play our work. Let's go, baby.
Pass caught by Ramsey Vasquez.
I got my fans in the stands, my team on my back, my family in my heart. I put my city on the map. After all this hard work, I'd be telling you a lie if I said it didn't hurt.
Up the field, and he's hit hard, and he is denied.
There you go, Wildcats. You're going to play Weslaco East, be ready to play hard.
Well, good Friday evening to you. It is Friday night, and that means that it is football time tonight. K-West bringing you Weslaco East Wildcat football. We are at Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg, Texas, as your Weslaco East Wildcats take on the Robert Vela Sabercats. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by the coach, going to bring you all the action from this regular season finale.
I tell you what, it's an exciting atmosphere tonight. You know it's football Friday night. The weather, it's 51 degrees. We got two great football teams right here to clash tonight. So it's going to be an exciting game. But I'm going to tell you what, it's a Wildcat football night, baby, right now. Because a lot's on the line, lots on stake for the Wildcats tonight. With a big win tonight, with a big victory here tonight, they could clinch a share of the title, of the district title tonight, and I'm sure that's on their minds and on their hearts, and I'm sure on the Sabercats, they want to win an outright district championship. So all these kids are going to be flying around tonight and getting after it. Should be a great game.
Yeah, that it is going to be, Coach. And you mentioned that it is 51 degrees. We also have a steady drizzle, and the winds are coming out of the north-northwest at about 15 miles an hour, and at times they are gusting to 20. So it is going to be a big factor tonight. You talk about a great team tonight. You've got your Weslaco East Wildcats coming in to this game with only one district loss, 4-1 record. The Sabercats are undefeated on the season and in district play. Now this is a very tough district, 31-6A, and we'll get to that in just a little bit. But back deep for your Wildcats is Ramsey Vasquez along with Hector Muniz. The Sabercats won the toss. They deferred for the second half, so they will be kicking off, and it's in the direction of Ramsey. And he's going to take it at the 5. He's got some blockers looking for him to make a move, and he makes one to the outside, and he's going to be at the 31-yard line, and that's where they're going to bring him down, and that's where the Wildcats will begin their first offensive possession of the night.
Yeah, good job of getting the ball in, on this other side of the 30-yard line. Just one little bit more move right there. Looked like he was about to break it, but a great job, great run back, good place to start for our Wildcats tonight.
You know, we were talking about this district, 31-6, and just how tough it is. 3 of the top 10 teams are in this district. Robert Vela being number 1 in most of the polls. Weslaco High somewhere in 4 and 5, and then East around 7. So here we go. We are underway. So Daniel's going to take the snap. I'm sorry, it's going to be Ramsey. He's going to take the snap directly from the center. He's going to follow his lead blockers out to the right, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds after about a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, just a direct snap to Ramsey there. A little sprint keep by the quarterback outside. Looks like they're starting Ramsey tonight, the Wildcats quarterback position. So, there he is. Again, we've been talking about him all year long. He's, a very dangerous athlete. The kid really, a great heart, just hustles all the time. He finds ways to make yardage. So, He's a heck of a football player.
Almost the same formation, and he's going to run the same direction. He's going to get out across the 35 to the 37, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down and maybe 4.
Yeah, big hit there. Number 33 for the Sabercats, Luis Gutierrez on the stop right there. But it's 3rd and about 4 right now. Let's see what the Wildcats have up their sleeve right now.
You talk about Ramsey and just how dangerous he is. He comes into tonight's ball game with 74 carries for 521 yards and 9 touchdowns. We got Antonio Cedeno under center. It looks like the Sabercats jumped.
Yeah, it did.
We've got some flags, and one of the things that we've seen over the last couple of weeks is with that hard count, as soon as someone jumps, that ball is snapped, and Cedeno just goes right behind the center.
Absolutely. Looks like it should be a free 5 yards here for the Wildcats and a 1st down. All right, looked like their nose guard for the Sabercats jumped off sides. They're in a little bit of the Sabercats line up in about a 3-4 defense tonight, what it looks like to me up here. and looked like they got some kids with a lot of speed. So up front, let's see what our offensive line can do against this defense.
Power I formation for the Wildcats. They're going to hand it off to Gio, who is a tailback, and he makes a move and gets out to about the 49-yard line.
Yeah, the Wildcats just ran a blast play to the right side right there. Good lead block by the fullback. Great job by Guerra getting up in the hole, making a move, and picking up 7-8 yards on first down. That's a heck of a football play.
Yeah, Gio Guerra, just a sophomore, real integral part of this Wildcat offense. He's got 58 carries for 546 yards and 4 touchdowns on the season. Same formation, power I formation for your Wildcats. This time Cedeno's going to keep it, and he's going to cut right behind the right guard across midfield to about the 47-yard line, and that's enough for a Wildcat first down.
Absolutely. You just run right there behind Orlando Cabrera and Alexis Gill there. Good job up front. Gill playing the center right there. Got some good movement on the defensive line. Cedeno sneaked in there, got the 4 yards he needed for the first down. Tremendous job up front from the offensive line.
Yeah, Cabrera and Brian Trevino there as well, leading the way for Antonio. So here we go, same formation, power I for the Wildcats. They are in SaberCat territory at the 47-yard line. It's going to be handed out to the tailback, who's going to go right behind the right guard again to about the 45-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards.
Yeah, right there, again, the Wildcats running a little blast play to the left side right there. But I'll tell you right now, you get SaberCats, they got everybody in the box. They're running a 5-3 stack. I'm looking down there at them, and even their safeties their strong safeties on the outside is cheating inside and leaving the receiver wide open on the outside. I don't know if the coaches have seen it yet, but you can see number 11 trying to creep in there because, they want to stop the run, obviously.
So here we go. Ramsey back in at quarterback, out to the right side, looking for some blockers, and he doesn't find much, but he's able to get across the 45 to the 43 for about 2 yards. He's going to bring up a third and about 6.
Yeah, right there on the stop was David Garza, number 68 for the SaberCats. Their defensive lineman right there, so they didn't get much yardage on that one. But, again, their corners are starting to lead the receivers. I'm starting to look at that a lot and just to try to get inside there on the run plays.
Well, East doesn't throw the ball a lot. They average about 304 yards offensively per contest. And here we go, back to third down, and going to be a handoff to the big fullback, Randy Cardoza, inside the 40-yard line to about the 38.
Yeah,
and this is going to be about a yard short of the first down.
That would have been a huge play, but he didn't get the handoff real clean, but he got it back down and picked up some good yardage. There was a big hole right there, created by the offensive line, especially, starting there with Orlando Cabrera. Great job, great down block, and good kick-out block for Randy.
So fourth down, we've got an I formation. It's going to be handed off to the fullback, and that's going to be Jared Burnias, and he's going to get inside the 35 to the 34-yard line, and that's going to move the sticks for the Wildcats once again.
He fought for those 3 yards, I guarantee you. So he got hit initially in the backfield, but he kept his feet moving and drug, a couple of defenders there for the SaberCats. So they're going right after the SaberCats right now. Everything's downhill with the Wildcats.
I formation again and again. The handoff is to Burnias, and just as the play before, he just continues to muscle his way, taking some of the SaberCats with him, and he's going to pick up 4 yards on that carry.
Just churning his feet and stuff. this is what offensive linemen, they love to play the game right here because, it's all inside, and they have to get moving on the D-line, and those backs got to get in behind them and really move their feet and drive.
So once again, the Wildcats in an I formation, and this time they moved on the line, so that's going to move them back 5 yards.
It's going to put the Wildcats back a little bit. Just a little premature movement right there. Yeah, first it looked like the SaberCats were sliding their line a little bit, and that kind of messed up their little offensive lineman right there.
Well, we're going to play second down again. This time it's going to be 2nd down and 12. Ball moved back after the 5-yard penalty is assessed to the Wildcats to the 36-yard line. No score here in this ball game. We are in the first quarter, 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Wildcats started off at their own 31-yard line and have been moving the ball down the field. This time the handoff is to Josh Gonzalez, and he had some running room, and he made it into the secondary. And that's when they first hit him, and he gets down to the 30-yard line.
Did a great job of motion the kid across, and putting a lot of people at the point of attack. And good hard running by Josh, hitting the hole. Again, just a simple blast play to the right side, but you can see the offensive line starting to get a little bit more movement and stuff. A little earlier this week too, which is pleasant to see, because a lot of times, especially up front, you kind of feel around what you're doing, but boom, here they go.
Ramsey Vasquez in at quarterback. 3rd down and 6 from the 30-yard line. He fakes the handoff to Josh, and he's got some running room inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line, and that's going to move the chains again.
Move the chains right there. Great job on the zone read right there. And then, hey, Ramsey takes us inside, does a great job getting up there. But I'm telling you, I'm real impressed. And it starts with Alexis Gill, the center right now. He's really doing a good job handling that defensive line right now, so I'm really excited about seeing that.
But on that zone read, did you see how the SaberCats really bit on Josh's move?
They did.
So here we go, same formation, but this time they're going to flip it over to the left, and Ramsey's going to take it, and this time there is no doubt that he's going to run with it, and he finds a little gap, and he's inside the 20 to the 19-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and 5.
Just running a quarterback zone right there. You can see the line stuff, how they're moving. As you can see with their zone blocking, they're stepping to the left right there, and they're just, and the defense, they're flying that way, and they're just pushing, and get a little crease right there, and Ramsey gets in the crease, squirts out, and gets about 3 or 4 yards.
That's all he needs, is just a little crease.
Yes.
So here we go, 2nd down and 5 from the 19-yard line. 4:56 to go here in the first quarter. The Wildcats have not allowed the SaberCats to have the football yet.
And that's big. And that's be big all night long if they can do that. Because
Antonio, the quarterback, he's going to hand it off to Josh, and Josh keeps muscling his way down the SaberCat defense inside the 15 to the 12-yard line, and those chains are moving once again.
The big difference between last week and this week, the Wildcats haven't came out, and all this passing formations, do all this kind of stuff. They're back to Wildcat football tonight, and as you can see, and that's power eye, just coming after it, getting a little Wildcat look with extra backs, motion people, that kind of stuff. Wildcat football, downhill.
Power eye formation once again for the Wildcats. Antonio Cedeno under center. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. They are in SaberCat territory. The toss is to Josh Gonzalez. He's hit in the backfield, but he's going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, just real good job by the corner for the SaberCats. Brian Faridas coming in there and getting it turned around and, making a big play right there. Good job by the defense for the SaberCats.
We are now under 4 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. Again, the Wildcats started this drive at their own 31-yard line, and they have eaten up more than 8 minutes off of this clock.
They sure have.
And they keep the ball moving forward. They keep moving the chains, and they are deep in SaberCat territory. Ramsey Vasquez in at quarterback. He's going to hand it off to Gio. Gio tripped up there, but there was a hole for Gio.
Yeah, they ran a little cross-counter play right there, and Gio, he just trips up a little bit. Otherwise, there was a big hole right there. That could have been in the end zone right there. But, a good play call, good, they've been running power football. Boom, they came back with a little counter right there and, caught the SaberCat defense off guard a little bit, but just picked up a couple yards.
3rd down and 9. This time Ramsey's going to run the ball. He's inside the 10 to about the 8-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and maybe 7.
Yeah, great job there by the inside linebacker, Luis Gutierrez, for the SaberCats. Come in and filled the hole real well and stopped Ramsey there, not for much gain at all. So brings up 4th and about 6 or 4th and 7. Probably going to end up kicking a field goal here.
Yeah, they do have the field goal unit out on the field. They are sending Osvaldo Lerma to attempt a field goal. And from where they're at, it's going to be roughly about a 27-yard field goal from where we're standing. We'll see where they officially spot that block. But we are under 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. 2 minutes and 42 seconds to be exact. So the Wildcats have eaten up a big chunk of the clock here in the opening quarter.
They sure have, and that's just technically textbook Wildcat football. They do that. That's something that they've been known for throughout the years and stuff like that. So hopefully they'll get some points out of all this and stuff. They've done a great job moving the football, but hey, it's only good if you get something out of this.
Nico Mendoza is spotting that block at the 17-yard line, which will make this a 27-yard field goal attempt. Osvaldo Lerma is set. So here's a snap, a little high. He gets it down, and it's blocked, and it is picked up by the SaberCats. And Freddy Cardenas is able to track him down. The one that picked it up was Ramsey Amador, but that snap was just a little high.
It was, and that's the thing about, about the special teams, about kicking field goals, kicking extra points and stuff. That you got to have it there. The snap's got to be good, the hold's got to be good, and the kick's got to go through. That starts a high snap. The kid did a great job coming off the edge, laid out, did a tremendous job of blocking the ball, and then, hey, they scoop it up. Good job by Freddie to stop him. Otherwise, he's all the way down to the end zone. So that sets up the SaberCats in some pretty good field position.
Sotelo, the quarterback for the SaberCats. He's got Christian Flores in the backfield there with him. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, and the handoff is to Flores. Flores zigzagging his way through the line. He's going to get out to the 47-yard line where he's finally brought down by Dimas Alvarez.
Yeah, good job by Dimas coming up from the safety spot and making the play. Again, they're just running a little zone off the outside. The kid cut it back and did a good job of getting yardage.
They're going to run the same formation, but they're going to bring in the tight end tight on the left side. So they're going to only have one receiver out to the right. Christian Flores in the backfield with the quarterback.
Yeah, they're in their pistol formation right now, as you can see.
And there is some confusion on the field. Quarterback not liking what he sees. And that's where the confusion is. They didn't have enough players on the field. And now the SaberCats are going to call a timeout. Right. When we were beginning to call this formation, I noticed that they were going to send twins, but then the guy ran off the field. And so I began to kind of think, okay, I didn't count them, but I did notice something was odd. Exactly. And so the quarterback right away knew they were missing someone.
Yeah, that's pretty heads up by their quarterback, especially being a sophomore, that kind of stuff. Because obviously, he's played a lot of games and stuff. So I imagine his coach doesn't think he's a sophomore anymore. So he's a talented young man. We've been hearing a lot about Sotelo throughout the whole year. So, as far as that, so that's a heads-up play by him and making sure they have enough people on the field.
Okay, so here they come. And the SaberCats, that is, and they're going to bring out Daniel Enriquez, and he's going to be lined up in the slot position on the left side of the line. And that's the kid that you need to look out for when it comes to this SaberCat team, because he's, for the most part, the all Mr. SaberCat. So here we go, Flores, and they're going to send Enriquez in motion, but there's going to be some movement on the line of the SaberCats, so they're going to move that ball back 5 yards.
Yeah, the right side of the line kind of moved. It looked like the right tackle on that side kind of moved on with that motion and stuff. And then the Wildcats shifting their front just kind of made a move, but that gives us 5 yards back, which really helps the Wildcats.
Enriquez on the season has 17 carries for 239 yards and 4 TDs. He's got 37 catches for 680 yards and 8 touchdowns. Here we go. Second down and about 8. Quarterback under pressure. He's going to roll out to his right, and there's a flag, and that more than likely is going to be a holding charge to the SaberCats.
Yeah. Again, he switched out, tried to throw the ball there. Had a lot of pressure on him right there. So, good job by Freddie Cardenas, them getting in there on the quarterback and making him throw an errant pass right there. But again, exactly, looks like it's going to be holding on the SaberCats. So now they're going to go back down even second and longer, all right, and right in here. I wasn't sure if the SaberCats are going to try to throw the football, but, hey, that's what they like to do. They run this pistol offense and, done it, obviously the last few years, very good football team, very well-coached team too, so here they go.
Second down and 18 from their own 32-yard line. After that holding, and the Wildcat cheering on their team. Defense And this is going to be a jet sweep to Enriquez. He's got some running room on the right side, but that running room was only sideways.
It was, exactly.
He was not able to cut up the field, but he is going to pick up about 5 yards on that play.
And you know who was first on the play? Our All-Stater, Freddie Cardenas, just flew down the line and got on that play real good. You know, it's just that little jet sweep type look, but more of a, instead of a handoff, kind of a toss-up on the jet sweep. So, you know, good job by Freddie and the defense of, you know, limiting that to about 4 yards.
Christian Flores in the backfield with Sotelo. 3rd down and 13 from the 37. 3 receivers down to the left, 1 out to the top of your screen on the right. Snap is away. Sotelo is in the pocket, looking for a receiver in the middle of the field, and it is caught. And that is caught at the 47-yard line by Nico Rodriguez.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a first down for the SaberCats.
Yeah, Nico just ran a pretty much of a clearing route, just got inside right there on the curl, sat down, and Sotelo put it right on the money and caught it, moved the chains.
2 receivers to the right, 1 down to the bottom of your screen for Sotelo. Flores in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Flores. Flores is going to bounce this to the outside, and Robert Vera doing a great job bringing him down to make sure that doesn't break for big yardage.
Yeah, Robert did a great job there. One of the inside linebackers came out, Robert Vela. You know, I know Coach Bergen talked a lot, really highly of him this week, and I can see why. We've been talking about him all year. Robert Vela, a tremendous football player, did a great job there of stopping that run.
Yeah, Robert Vela has 78 tackles on the year, but we have just heard the whistle blow for the end of the first quarter. We've played one right here at Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg. Still no score between your Wildcats and the SaberCats. We'll be back with second quarter action right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD graduates receive more than $4 million in college scholarships, including dozens who will play college sports. More than 900 received a certification and are ready for the workforce or continuing their education. Over 400 honored graduates will have opportunities to study at top-tier universities. And we are proud of our scholars graduating from medical school, law school, business school, and Ivy League universities. Weslaco ISD, the right choice for high school and beyond.
Welcome back to Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg, Texas. K-West bringing you Weslaco East Wildcat football. We are about to get underway here in the second quarter. Still no score in this 31-6A season finale between your Wildcats and the SaberCats. This one's going to be handed off to the fullback, and that is going to be Aaron Alvarez with the run, and he's hit hard as soon as he cuts upfield, but he's going to be shy of the first down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3 from the 41-yard line.
You know, he's that offset back in that pistol look right there, and he is their fullback, and they just ran a hand sweep right there. You know, kid ran very hard, but, you know, we're right there to make the play, and, you know, we ended up getting a good stop on him. Right now it's 3rd. Right here, we need to come up with a big play right here with the Wildcats. Maybe get a turnover, get a stop, you know, lost your yardage, something good needs to happen.
They've got Enriquez in at quarterback. He's got 3 backs in the backfield with him, 2 right next to him, and he's going to keep the ball, and he is hit by Robert Vela. Robert stayed home and did a tremendous job in the open field.
Yeah, that's that old Cheetos play they like to run. They like to run that little old Cheetos play, and that quarterback takes it, boom. But you know what? There wasn't no Cheetos happening on that one. Robert Vela stopped that for a no-gain 4th down. Great play by Robert Vela.
That's going to bring up a 4th down situation for the SaberCats. The Wildcats are going to send Ramsey Vasquez back to attempt, or to return, better yet, this punt from the SaberCats. He's going to line up at the 9-yard line. Great job by the Wildcat defense. That's why they're ranked number 1 in the Rio Grande Valley.
Absolutely.
So we've got a whistle.
Got a flag here.
I think it's going to be motion on the SaberCats. They had too many men moving.
Right at one time. Delay a game.
Okay,
Clock
delay a
must have
game.
went out.
regardless, but it's still against the SaberCats.
Absolutely. I tell you what, man, you can tell this game, this is a heavy hitter tonight, guys. I guarantee you come out here and watch this. Both sides are really doing a good job of getting on tackles and stuff, and there's been some really big hits tonight so far.
Well, that's what we
Great
expected
football
from these two heavyweights here in 31-6A. So the snap is away. Rugby-style kick, but a lot of pressure by the Wildcats, and it's going to go down the right sideline. And Ramsey's just going to get out of the way, and it's finally going to die at the 10-yard line, and that's where the SaberCats are going to down it, and that's where the Wildcats will begin their second offensive series of the night.
Well, you know, the first series, they took it from the 30, and it took about 10 minutes. So if they could take 10 minutes off the clock here and get some points, get some positive points here, that'd be big for the Wildcats. So let's see what the Wildcats do right here, what they got planned here. Again, looks like Cedeno's on the court, in the center right now, but they're in their I formation. Again, the power I. Look.
You've got Cardosa at the fullback and Josh at the tailback. He's looking for a blocker, but he didn't get one there, and he's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go for Gonzalez.
No, their inside linebacker, number 40, did a great job stepping up and making a play. Tremendous job. Actually, I guess it's number 42, Ian Ochoa, did a tremendous job coming up and making a big hit on Gio.
Well, they're sending in their big men. They got Randy Cardosa in there. And they got Jared Burnias in there. They're sending in Ramsey.
Yeah, they got the heavy set in right now. Let's see what the Wildcats got going here.
So they're going to put the fullbacks there on the right side of the field or of the line. Ramsey in at quarterback. He's looking for some room, and he's got some. He hurdles a SaberCat, gets out to about the 14-yard line. The crowd was looking for a late hit is what they were looking
really
for.
were. It looked like the safety there a little bit. And not only that, a low hit. It's kind of what it kind of looked like from, I guess from the crowd and stuff. But no flag, nothing hurt. Nobody, there was no foul there. But great job by Ramsey hurdling the guy and getting some positive yards. Now we got third down. We got to pick up a first down because, it's that dang field position game right now and that kind of stuff. You don't really want to punt down here because that'll put the SaberCats in pretty good field position. So we need a big first down here.
A little different formation from the Wildcats. Ramsey's going to keep it. He's going to get across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They had Gio in there. Looked like they ran some kind of read option with Gio cutting across, but Ramsey decided to keep it. He's only going to pick up about 2 yards. That'll bring up a fourth down situation. So they're going to send Cedeno in to punt this one away. Yeah. Back deep for the SaberCats is going to be Daniel Enriquez.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to open up for Ramsey for a minute, but their defensive line, Chris Ramos, closed it down really hard and made a big play on Ramsey.
So here we go, 8:43 to go here in the second quarter. Fourth down for the Wildcats. They do send in Cedeno to punt. And it is a high and short punt. And it went off the right side or the left side of his foot is what it looked like from where we're standing because it went straight out to the left. We'll see where they officially mark it. And he's inside the 35 to the 33-yard line. And that's where the SaberCats are going to begin their next offensive series of the night.
That's what I was saying earlier. You want to get first downs when you're down there because if you have to punt back down there, especially the swirling wind and the weather that you're having tonight, it just doesn't hold true. And, that puts the SaberCats in, a great field position to start their second series.
So we've got 8:32 to go here in the first half.
Come on,
Sotelo, the quarterback. He's got Flores in the backfield with him, along with Aaron Alvarez. Two receivers to the left, one down to the right. Looking over the defense. There's a snap. Flores takes the handoff, and he's got a lineman hanging on to his waist, and he's going to get nowhere.
Yeah, big number 72. Isaiah Martinez, great job. He has a knack of getting some great penetration. He's been doing it all year long and picks up some great run, great stop on him.
Yeah, big stop. He only allowed the running back to pick up 1 yard. They got a timeout on the field, so we're going to take one along with them. We are in the second quarter and still no score in this game between your Wildcats and the SaberCats. Welcome back to Richard Flores Stadium here in Edinburg, Texas. K-West bringing you Weslaco East Wildcat football. We are in the second quarter, 8:17 to go here in this 31-6A regular season finale between your Wildcats and the SaberCats. Still no score in this game. The SaberCats have the ball at the 31-yard line, and Sotelo throws the ball out to his left side, looking for a receiver in Justin Cantu, but that one is incomplete, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, he tried to throw a quick bubble screen out there, but the ball was way out in front of the receiver, and there was no chance to catch the football. So now we got 3rd and long there. But the Wildcats were right there to make the play, even if he did connect.
2 receivers right, 2 to the left for Sotelo. Sotelo looking out to his right. Ball is in the air. He's got a receiver, and it is caught for a touchdown. Sotelo connects with Ozzy Garcia for the first score of the night.
Yeah, Garcia got behind the secondary, and Sotelo saw it, and he got the pass out to him. A good pass catch right there for the touchdown. Just the receiver got behind him, and there you go.
So with 8:01 to go here in the second quarter, the SaberCats jump out to a lead 6-0 pending the point after.
Yeah. SaberCats lined up in what's called a lonesome polecat, got out of that, get back into their kicking.
So SaberCats line up for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up and away, and it is good. So with 8:01 to go here in the second quarter, it is the SaberCats 7, your Wildcats 0.
Yeah, again, that's all set up by what happened down here. The defense stopping the Wildcats on the possession right there and having to punt the ball, get a short field for them. That's what you want in high school football, But, hey, the receiver got behind the secondary. Kid put it on the money. Good football team, good pit, and there's a touchdown. But that's all right. Hey, now it's the Wildcats' time. Get out there, move the football, get some points before the half, and it's going to be a heck of a ball game. It's going to come down to a lot more than 7-0. We'll see what this happens in this game.
That is Ozzy's 4th touchdown on the year. He came into tonight's game with 16 catches for 290 yards and 3 TDs, and now he just added 30 more yards to that stat and 1 more TD. So the Wildcats are going to send back Ramsey and Muniz to get ready to return to this kickoff from the SaberCats. Well, we
need a big return right here.
We've got some cold weather, and so we've got some Christmas music playing over the public station here at Richard Flores Stadium.
Yeah, everybody's getting in that spirit here pretty quick. So Christmas will be here before you blink your eyes. So it's coming. But anyway, we need a big return right here by the Wildcats.
So here we go. Kickoff is on its way. Gets to the 20-yard line. Then it bounces out of bounds. He kicked it in that general direction. And I got to suppose that they really don't want Ramsey returning any of those kickoffs.
I wouldn't. Yeah. Kid's done a great job all year long. You're getting great positive yardage, if not getting yardage or getting it to the house and stuff on kickoff returns, on punt returns. He's that type of, explosive athlete, so I wouldn't kick it to him.
Yeah, and the other guy back there isn't any different.
Oh, yeah.
Muniz took one to the house, and he had one called back also this year. So
he's pretty good, too.
So the Wildcats are going to begin this offensive series at their own 30-yard line with 8:01 to go in the second quarter. They're going to send in Antonio Cedeño back in at quarterback. Josh Gonzalez is going to be in the backfield. Muniz and Ramsey lined up in the slot position on the bottom of your screen, as is Dimas Alvarez.
Yeah, they're in a bunch here, and a reverse, flea flicker, and
pass was a little underthrown.
It just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, it's a little wet tonight.
Yeah, it slipped out of their hand. They did a kind of reverse flea flicker play, which, if you play the Wildcats, they like to do this kind of stuff, all right? They haven't done a lot of it this year with trick plays and stuff, but if you never coached with or played against Mike Burgett, well, you better be ready for some of that kind of stuff. But, again, it just slipped off his hands, and the kid was open. But
yeah, Dimas got behind I mean, Muniz got behind the secondary, but, again, that ball is wet. It has been drizzling here tonight, and, of course, it is cold, so that leather's got to be hard.
We're fortunate to escape that bullet.
We've got
right
a
there.
flag on the play, and it's going to be a
Timeout.
timeout called by the Wildcats.
Yeah.
7:52 to go here in the second quarter. Wildcats trailing by a score of 7-0. Of course, this next drive, or this drive that we are in right now, got started because the kickoff went out of bounds. We talked about Ramsey. We talked about Muniz being dangerous back there. And, of course, the SaberCats don't want to open up any or give any room for the Wildcats to maybe get something going here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, all coaches do a great job of scouting people, that kind of stuff. They know each other, what they have, you know, who's dangerous and stuff. And you don't. You play smart football. And obviously, you know, the SaberCats are well coached. They got a good coaching staff, you know, good head coach. They know what they're doing, that kind of stuff. So you don't kick it to people like that. It's the same thing with the Wildcats. They know what they can do against the SaberCats too, what they need to do. So that's football, and that's, you know, all these coaches in Rio Grande Valley do a great job of scouting each other and working hard to prepare their teams to play every week.
So here we go. We're back for the timeout. 2nd down and 10. Direct snap to the quarterback, and that's going to bring out the Wildcats to about the 34-yard line. Ramsey, of course, is lined up at the quarterback position. It's about a 4-yard pickup, bringing up a 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, he hit it right up there inside again on the quarterback zone play, and, you know, picked up about 4 or 5 yards. So now we got 3rd and about 6. So we got to pick up. This is critical right now to get a big 1st down.
7:22 to go here in the first half. Snap is to Ramsey. Ramsey is hit in the backfield, makes a spin move, and the SaberCats doing a great job pursuing, bring them down in the backfield at the 31-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 4th down and 9.
Yeah, Ramsey got outside, you know, just on a quarterback keeper, you know, type sweep type play, and all the SaberCats on that side were outside and that kind of stuff. So, you know, good job defense getting down the line. You know, Ramsey didn't have much to go, and obviously here we are punting again.
Ball is spotted at the 31-yard line. Cedeno in to punt for the Wildcats. Enriquez back deep for the SaberCats. He's lined up at the 30-yard line. Good snap, good punt.
Yeah.
And he gets under, and this one's going to be retrieved at the 25-yard line by Enriquez. Looking for a wall out there, but the Wildcats are all out there, and they had some hands on him, and they finally bring him down at about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, you know, the first guy out there, you know, Freddie just about had him right there and that kind of thing, but kid slipped away and, you know, came up and got some yardage, but looked like he was going to be back inside the 30, but, you know, he just kept running. Enriquez kept running hard and got outside and avoided a few tackles and made a good return out of it.
Yeah, he did. The Wildcats did a great job getting on the other side of that wall because there were a lot of white jerseys out there. So it's the SaberCats with the football now. 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line. We've got 6:19 to go here in the first half. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Sotelo looking out here to the left. He's throwing the ball, and it is almost intercepted. Great job there by Muniz. He read that one all the way.
He sure did, and that's what you want out of your safety and stuff. He read it all the way, came over the top, and did a great job of knocking the ball down. Good job by Hector Muniz.
Yeah, he stood back there playing center field. He read that one all the way, saw that flag route ran by the SaberCats and said, that ball's coming in this direction. And had he picked that one off, that could have been a pick 6. So here we go, 2nd down and 10 for the SaberCats. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Handed off to Ramirez. Ramirez is running out there. Alvarez out there to the left side, and he is brought down after about a 6-7 yard pickup.
Yeah, just about the whole Wildcat defense was on that side making a great play. Obviously, you know, led there by the big number 48, and he's had a great night already. Robert Vela getting down the line and getting on that tackle. Tremendous job right there. Good job on the corner on that side, coming off his block. And, you know, making a big stop on them. Now we got 3rd and about 4.
Same formation from 2 plays ago for the SaberCats. They're going to hand the ball off to Flores, looking for some running room, and he's going to get right to about the 1st yard marker, maybe beyond that. They're going to spot it at the 46, so that's going to be enough for a SaberCat 1st down.
Yeah, he picked up a 1st down right there, but, you know, just just on a simple dive play, you know, to their tailback and stuff, and, you know, had a good hole right there. You know, their big right tackle did a good job of opening up the hole for him.
Well, they're going to flip the formation offensively. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Sotelo has Flores in the backfield with him. Alvarez is the fullback, and Flores is going to follow him, and he's going to get into the secondary and is brought down by Dimas Alvarez.
They're running the lead play just like the Wildcats do, but they're doing now the pistol look, so that offset back, he's leading for the back, and, you know, and they're picking up chunks of yardage right now, so the defense has to solid it down a little bit and get a stop here.
Well, the rain's starting to come down a little bit harder.
Yeah, it is.
Our window here in front of us is getting fogged up and rained up. So 1st and 10 for the SaberCats from the Wildcat 36-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Same formation from the previous play. They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback. And at tailback is Ivan Mendoza, and he's going to run out to the left side to the 29-yard line, pick up about 7.
Yeah, great stop there by our outside linebacker Jose Cerner right there. Came off and made a great play, and just to stop of it. But that's what they're running. They're running power football right now. SaberCats coming straight downhill also. Again, out of this pistol offset, and you know, making some big yardage.
Under 4 minutes to go. Sotelo loses the ball, and he falls on top of it. Again, that just we saw that earlier with the Wildcats. They couldn't throw the ball. It was underthrown, and this time it goes out of the hands of Sotelo. So that ball is getting a little slicker here tonight.
It sure is. Like you said, that old drizzle is starting to get heavier and heavier. It's coming down. It looked like, I thought he was just kind of faking it over there and he was going to come back, peel it back, and run the counter back this other way, but it fell out of his hands before he could do it.
So they're going to send 3 receivers to the left, 1 down to the right, and the 1 down to the right is going to be Enriquez. Sotelo looking to his left. Pocket collapses, and the Wildcats are going to bring him down for a sack.
Yeah, Juan Rubio right there, number 11 on the sack. Good job by Juan. And, you know, it all collapsed inside on him pretty high. You know, he had some time to throw the football, but eventually time runs out.
Yeah, and the Wildcats did a good job staying there with the quarterback, bring him down for a sack. Going to bring up a 4th down and 11 with under 3 minutes to go here in the first half. They're going to send in the punt unit. Ramsey Vasquez back at about the 7-yard line.
Be nice for a big return right now by Ramsey.
Rugby-style kick, and this one's going to be out to the right side. It's going to take a bounce and out of play at about the 4-yard line.
Yeah, good job by their punter, you know, getting the ball in the coffin corner right there and getting it out there. And, you know, now it's, you know, what you don't like to see in high school football. You have to drive the whole field. You got to drive 95 yards to get points. You know,
the 96 yards to be exact.
Yeah.
They're going to mark it at the 4.
Right.
2:29 to go here in the first half. The Wildcats have the football. They trail 7-0.
But a good job by our defense, you know, of getting a great stop right there, because, you know, that momentum obviously have switched to the SaberCats. So a great job by the defense to come out there and shut them down and, you know, get the ball back to our offense. Now we have to grind it out and get some first downs.
They're going to send in Ramsey at quarterback, and he's going to line up in the end zone. But Coach Brigade is going to want to call a timeout with 2:29 to go here in the first half. Now, Coach, you were talking about field position a little while ago.
Huge.
The Wildcats haven't had great field position on their last couple of possessions. They started off the last possession at the 30-yard line because it went out of bounds. They started off the one before that at the 10-yard line. And so this one, they're starting off at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, that's advantage, obviously, to the SaberCats, you know, because you want to have that field position. So right now, you know, it's critical for the Wildcats to move the ball. Even if they get it down past the 40 and have to punt the ball away, you know, that's good. You know, that's a win, believe it or not, you know, in high school football. You know, you don't want to have anything bad happen right now. You want to make sure you handle the football, you run safe football plays, and try to get out of this half and you know, come back next half to fight some more.
So here we go. 1st and 10 for your Wildcats. Ball at their own 4-yard line. Cedeno under center, I formation. Handoff is to the tailback, and that's going to be Gonzalez. He's going to get out to about the 6-yard line, pickup of 2 yards.
You know, we're getting a good job of getting a hole from the start and stuff, but their linebackers are really, really closing the gap really fast. Two really good football players inside.
That's not Gonzalez in at tailback. That's Ramsey Vasquez in at tailback. So he's going to come off the field.
Yeah, Luis Gutierrez again, you know, and Ian Ochoa. Wow, 2 really good inside linebackers.
So pick up 2, that'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 with under 2 minutes to go here in the first half. I formation for your Wildcats. Hand the ball off to Gio. Gio looking for some running room off the right side. He's going to muscle his way to about the 10-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, again, just blast off the right side. You know, got a little movement again. Back's running extremely hard, you know, that kind of stuff. But the SaberCats, I mean, they got 11 football players out there, and I guarantee you all 11, they're within about 4 to 5 yards of the line of scrimmage right now. So they know that the Wildcats going to run the football. They may start off in this cover 2, look what they're in, but they're creeping all up, as you can see.
The Wildcats have 1 timeout left. They can run this down to about 1:02 on the clock, and I think that's what Burgett wants, and it's actually going to stop with 1:03, and that's when he's going to call timeout to see what exactly they are going to run on this next play, because you know for certain he does not want to have to punt from his own end zone.
No, you don't want to have that, and especially in this rain and stuff right now, because a lot of things can happen. You know, first you got to snap the ball, a wet ball, all right, and then you have to catch a wet ball and then try to punt a wet ball. So there's 3 really bad things that happen in the rain when you're trying to punt a ball.
Yeah, that football in this rain and in this weather gets cold, heavy, and hard.
Real fast. It really does. So, yeah, best scenario right now is to pick up 5 yards and get a touch and get a first down.
So 1:03 to go here in the first half. Your Wildcats down by a score of 7-0 here against the SaberCats. Once again, this is the regular season finale. Both teams, of course, are in the postseason. They'll be both representing District 31 6A in Division 2.
Absolutely. So, yeah, one's going to play Hannah, one's going to play Harlingen South, so we're going to see who it is.
Handoff is going to be to the fullback, Cardosa, and he's not going to get anywhere. That's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, the defensive end right there for the SaberCats did a good job of squeezing down inside and stopping that play. I guess that looks like number 85, Devin Chapa. No.
Over 90 students participated in the camp.
On the play, obviously it was Chris Salinas, all right, on that play. So good job there by the SaberCat defense.
You know, going to the postseason discussion that we started just a little while ago, the winner of tonight's game will play South. The loser will play Hannah. Oddly, both those 2 teams are facing off each other tonight as well.
They are, exactly. If Hannah wins that, they're going to win an outright district championship down there. And that's been a while, I think since 2009 or something like that I saw in the paper. So, good job by, Coach Mark Guess and his football team, the Hannah Eagles. So, they've had a really good season, a good year. They went up and played Amarillo Tascaso and beat them earlier in the year, so that was a big positive. And, the Wildcats and them were supposed to play early in the year, so they may get that matchup after all. You never know.
So here we go, 58 seconds after the SaberCats, call it timeout after stopping the Wildcats. Cedeno with a good punt to about the 45-yard line is where it looks like it went out of bounds from where we're standing. We'll see where the officials say it is, and that's exactly where they're going to say that it went out of bounds as well. So there's 51 seconds to go here in the second half. The SaberCats with the football at the 45-yard line of the Wildcats, where they'll begin this offensive series as we get close to the end of the first half.
It's been a real test tonight for our defense, guys. It really has, because SaberCats have had great field position. Our defense has done a tremendous job of, keeping them out of the end zone but one time, so, that kind of thing. So they're fighting real hard.
So the SaberCats are going to send two receivers to the top of your screen. They're going to hand it off to Flores. Flores coming behind his blockers on the left side, inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, good job by Jordan Velasquez getting on the tackle there and making a play along with Juan Rubio.
No one with any timeout, so the clock continues to move. We are under 30 seconds to go here in the first half. Sotelo drops back, looking to his left. Ball is in the air, and it's behind the intended receiver, and so that's going to go as an incomplete pass. The intended receiver was Ozzy Garcia, the young man that caught the touchdown earlier, so that'll stop the clock with 23 seconds.
Absolutely. Good job right there by our secondary stuff being right there, but the ball was thrown a little bit behind Ozzy there, so no connection. So, again, now it's 3rd down.
23 seconds to go here in the first half. Enriquez at the bottom of your screen. Sotelo gets the ball. It is incomplete. Good job there by Freddy Cardoza, and someone else is in there along to make the hit to make sure that that receiver does not come down with the football. It looks like it's
Carlos Espinosa. Yeah, good job there by Carlos Espinosa and Freddy, but Carlos came in and really jarred the bar loose. Great job by Carlos.
So that's going to bring up a 4th down after the incomplete pass, and the clock will stop with 17 seconds. The punter comes on to punt for the SaberCats, and Ramsey's going to be lined up at about the 13-yard line, ready to try to return this one. We'll see what the SaberCats do here as far as the punt is concerned, because they are on the left hash mark.
Yeah, they've been running that rugby style. I moved Ramsey over to the left a little bit more than I could just by what they've been doing. But that's that guessing as a coach, and they'll probably kick it down the middle. So, what the heck,
Yeah, and again, the reason I mentioned that is because he's going to try to run this way, which is going to make it a little more difficult for him to get that coffin corner like he did earlier.
Right.
So here we go. They move the ball back 5 yards, so it'll be spotted at the 44-yard line. Snap is away.
Up.
And this time he punts it straight. And Ramsey signals for a fair catch and lets it go over his head. It takes a SaberCat bounce, and it's going to be dropped. It's going to be downed at about the 3 or 2 yard line.
Yeah, there's 8 seconds left. I would imagine Coach Burgett's is going to try to take a knee here. Don't risk any type of snap, that kind of thing. And
he just needs to make sure that knee
picking
is
up
not
a safety.
in the end zone.
No, exactly. Let's see where the ball is.
It's going to be spotted at the 1 yard line.
I would imagine that they'll probably do
quarterback
sneak, then just kind of fall forward and try not to lose the football.
So we've got one more play, barring a penalty here in the first half. Your Wildcats are down by a score of 7-0, and the SaberCats, they deferred for the second half, so they'll start the second half with the football. And they were going to down the football. They're going to let the clock run out, and we are officially at the half. So at the half, it is the SaberCats 7, your Weslaco Wildcats 0. We'll be back with second half action right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD now introducing all-day pre-K. Bring your children to Weslaco ISD for a fun and engaging learning experience, helping to create lifelong learners. At Weslaco ISD All-Day Pre-K, your kids become young scholars, taking part in leadership programs, learning about science and technology, introducing them to literacy so they love to read. Registration taking place now at Weslaco ISD, the right choice.
Out here, I'll play, I'll work. Let's go, baby.
Pass caught by Ramsey Vasquez.
Got my fans in the stands, my team on my back, my family in my heart. I put my city on the map. After all this hard work, I'd be telling you a lie if I said it didn't hurt.
Up the field, and he's hit hard, and he is denied.
There you go, Wildcats.
If you're going to play Weslaco East, be ready to play hard.
Welcome back to Richard Flores Stadium in Edinburg, Texas. K-West bringing you the season finale in 31-6A between your Wildcats and the SaberCats of Edinburg Vela. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by Coach Rock, as we have been all year long, bringing you Wildcat football.
You know, that first half was a hard-hitting half, so you got to expect about the same the second half and that kind of stuff. You know, pretty much who protects the football this half, gets that big break, that kind of stuff, gets a couple scores up, because it ain't going to take many tonight, because it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of points put on the board tonight. So, you know, every chance you have to get the ball and drive the ball, you need to do it.
Speaking of not a lot of points, the score is 7-0 in favor of the SaberCats. We went scoreless through the first quarter, and in the second quarter, with about 8 minutes to go, 8:01 to be exact, it was the quarterback, Sotelo, hitting Ozzy Garcia on a 31-yard TD pass. And, of course, the point after was good, and that's where we're at, 7-0. The Wildcats will be kicking off as the SaberCats won the toss, deferred for the second half, so they'll begin with the football.
Hope we can flip the field position this half, you know, and start with pinning the SaberCats back a little deeper.
Bueno with the kick. It's going to be caught at about the 10-yard line, and that's going to be Enriquez, and he's going to get to about the 31-yard line before he's dragged down.
Yeah, good job by the kickoff team, coverage team, getting down there and making a play. Along there, obviously there by number 16 for the Wildcats, John Animas. Very good job by him getting on that play.
So they're going to officially spot it at the 33-yard line. That's where the SaberCats will begin this first offensive series of the second half. I don't know if you're watching closely, but the SaberCats changed uniforms at halftime. They're wearing a different jersey, and they are wearing different colored pants to begin with. Their pants are now gray, but they're still wearing the dark colored jerseys, which are blue with black letters outlined in white. Quarterback Sotelo is going to hand it off to Flores. Flores looking for some room, but there is nowhere to go.
Yeah, tremendous job there by number 90, Leo Guerra. Big stop right there, actually for about a 3 to 4 yard loss. Good job by the defensive tackle there, Mr. Guerra. Or excuse me, the defensive end, Leo Guerra.
Yeah, 3-yard loss on that play. Going to bring him back to the 30. No, they're going to mark it at 31, so 2-yard loss. Second down and 12. Same offensive formation for the SaberCats.
Yeah, they've been in this pistol offset this whole night. They really hadn't gotten out of that formation at all.
And there's going to be movement on the line, so they're going to move that ball even further back. Now, one of the things that we've talked about in games past is playing behind the chains. If the Wildcats can get the SaberCats start playing behind the chains, we are looking at a great second half of football.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and then again, making it second and very long, this kind of stuff. This is favor of the Wildcats. Again, if we keep pushing them back, we'll get that field position that we want for our offense.
Second and 17, ball is spotted at the 26-yard line. SaberCats snap, handed off is to the fullback, Alvarez. Alvarez is going to take it out to about the original line of scrimmage from second down, after they lost 2 yards. So he's going to get those 5 yards back to the 30.
Yeah, good job there by Robert Vera getting on the tackle. The first guy there, along with Isaias Martinez, and the rest of the defense just really gang tackling, getting out there. Tremendous job there by the Wildcat defense. Brings up a 3rd and long, just right where you want it. Probably a little play-action pass here. I'm sure they're going to try to throw the football to try to get this first down.
3rd and 13. Sotelo looking to his left. Ball is in the air. It's caught at about the 35-yard line, and we'll see where they spot it. It was caught by the receiver, Nico Rodriguez. And they're going to spot it about the 42, and that's going to be enough for a first down. They're now signaling. Well, they're going to spot it at the 43, and they're signaling for the chains to be moved. So that's 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
Yeah, they just ran, a little bit of a hot route out there to the outside. Kid caught the ball, and picked up the first down. Almost got him stopped.
Alvarez and Flores in the backfield. They're going to hand the ball off to Alvarez. The play they ran just a little while ago, and he's going to cut up field. He's going to get across midfield, and he's going to get across the 10 yards that he needed. He picked up 11, so they're going to move the chains again.
Yeah, hard running by that young man. Again, just a hand sweep right there, get outside, and, he turned the corner with a full, steam ahead and picked up about 11 yards on that football play.
So 1st and 10, they are now in Wildcat territory at the 46-yard line. Once again, the same offensive formation for the SaberCats. Flores in the backfield with Alvarez. Sotelo is your quarterback. Snap. They're going to hand the ball off. It's not going to be Flores in the backfield. It's going to be Jose Villeda.
Yeah, another tremendous job there by big number 72, Isaiah Martinez, having a big game right there. They're having a hard time blocking that young man. You know, he's playing inside tackle right there, and slants to that side, picks up a big play right there, big tackle.
Again, no change in the offensive formation for the SaberCats. Loss of a yard to bring up a 2nd down and 11. Alvarez, the ball carrier. Same play that they've been running with Alvarez, that little hand sweep that you've been talking about so much here tonight, Coach, and he's going to turn upfield and pick up about 7-8 yards.
Yeah, he picked up 8 yards right there. Alvarez ran hard again. Once he gets that ball turned, it's an east-west kind of football game, but once you get it turned up north and south, he gets a good head of steam and picks up some good yardage again.
3rd down and about 2 yards to go. 38-yard line is where the ball is spotted. It's on the Wildcat side of the field. Sotelo, the quarterback, again, the handoff is to Alvarez, but he is met by the heart of that Wildcat line.
Again, starting off right there with Isaias Martinez, just a tremendous job there, along with Leo Guerra to make a big stop. Now they got 4th and about 4. All right, again, try to run the same thing, but this time he stopped, tried to plant inside, and, the whole defensive front was right there to make the play. Good job by him, and along with Jacob Bonda and the rest of the defense, tremendous job up front.
So the SaberCats not wanting to mess around. They're going to send their punt unit on to the field. Ramsey Vasquez is going to be standing at about the 10-yard line, ready to try to return this one. Now, this time, again, he kicks it straight up in the air, but this time it's a short punt, but it takes a SaberCat bounce inside the 15, has a little bit of bite to it, back to about the 14.
Yeah.
And we'll see where they spot it. At the 15 is where the referee is standing. So we've got 7:30 to go here in the 3rd quarter. The SaberCats still lead this one by a score of 7-0. Wildcats going to get the ball at their own 15-yard line.
Kind of looked like what we, left off in the first half right here. Again, having to travel the field and stuff. Defense doing a good job of stopping them, but they're punting the ball down and getting it inside our 20. We have a little bit better room. At least we're on the 19 right here, close to the 20-yard line to get started here. So maybe we'll get a little breathing room and get some first downs and move the ball down and tie this ball game up.
So here come your Wildcats. 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. They're going to send Gio in motion. They're going to toss it to him. He's going to cut upfield, get about to the 23, 24-yard line. Good running there by Gio to find a little seam to turn it upfield.
Yeah, good job right there by Gio, getting the ball and getting a good run right there. Good stop there. A great hustle play by number 44, Kobe Gibson, for playing defensive line, coming from his other side of the defensive line, getting down the line and making the play on Gio.
So they're going to give him 4 yards on that play. Ball spotted at the 24-yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd down and 6. We are under 7 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Ramsey in at quarterback. They're going to send Gio in motion. Fakes the handoff. Ramsey's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage and lose maybe a yard on that play.
Yeah, big tackle there again. Same kid I just talked about, number 44. He slanted hard inside, and made a big play again. Kobe Gibson, the defensive end on that side, slanted hard inside and met Ramsey right there in the hole.
Yeah, so they're going to bring them. They're going to mark it at the 23-yard line. So that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7.
Looks like the rain stopped a little bit. Maybe we can, start throwing the ball a little bit if we need to.
Offset to the left. Ramsey's going to take a direct snap. Got to cut up field. He's going to get to about the 27-yard line, but that's going to be well short of a 1st down.
Yeah, he's going to come up short right there. Again, just regular old quarterback, keeper outside and that kind of thing, but try to put a lot of people at the point of attack. What the Wildcats are trying to do, try to get a crease. This whole year when Ramsey gets a little crease and get out in the open field, he's hard to tackle. So, but again, good stop. Good defense by the SaberCat defense. Good job by him.
Well, the Wildcats going to send in their punt unit now. Daniel Enriquez back deep for the SaberCats. He's lined up at their own 41-yard line. Yeah, 5.5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter.
That's what I was going to say before. Well, got a flag here.
delayed game or something. See what happened.
Well, the play clock went down to 0.
Yeah.
So it is delay
Yeah.
of game. I didn't know if they had gotten the snap off on time, but there was also a lot of movement on both sides of the ball, so I was waiting for that call, but I think you hit it right on the head there, Coach, with the delay of game. So they'll move back 5 yards, and we'll reset it and punt it away. So Cedeno on to punt for the Wildcats. Wildcats are set. Good snap. Little bit of pressure.
A little bit of pressure.
But he's able to get it away, and it's a good punt. Everybody gets away from it. They're going to down it at about the 43-yard line. And that's where the SaberCats will begin their next offensive series here in the third quarter.
At least we did get the ball off our side of the field. But, again, he sets up the SaberCats in pretty good field position. They're around their 42, 43-yard line. So, again, right now we got to stiffen up and not let them get any first downs and make them punt from back there. Or be a great time right now for a strip or something like that to get the football and get a big play on our defense right now.
Well, Coach, you mentioned a little while ago, it looked like the rain was stopping, and I think the rain has come to a complete halt. It's a nice, clear evening here. And the first play from scrimmage on this series is a handoff to Flores, and he just stretches it out wide, and the Wildcats are all over that one.
Yeah, Freddie Cardenas read that from his inside linebacker. He was out there and made a great stop for about a yard loss right there. Tremendous job by Freddie on that play because he made a solo tackle on that kid. Real good job.
You're right. 1 yard is the loss of that play, so second down and 11. Sotelo looking over to the sideline. Now he talks back to Flores. And this time he's going to hand the ball off to Flores again. Flores looking to run up the field, but there isn't much. But he does get about 4 yards.
Picks up about 4 yards. Good job by Robert Vela getting over there and getting on the play. Again with Isaias Martinez. Good job right there. Good job by Freddie Cardenas. Just a whole host of Wildcats on that play. Good job by the defense. Again, now it's 3rd and about 7. So advantage to the Wildcats right here. Obviously, they're probably going to try to throw the football. Let's see what happens here. If we get a big stop here, or even
So here we go, 3rd down and 7. They're going to hand the ball off. The
Ball's
ball's on the ground. It's still on the ground. It looks like the Wildcats have it.
Yes, big play. That's what we wanted right there. Dial that up right there, Wildcats. Good job, defense.
That ball rolled around and bounced around, and guess who came up with the fumble recovery? Isaiah Martinez.
Well, he's having a big game tonight, man. He's a big kid, number 72. I've been watching him all year long, and I get impressed every time, and they're playing him more and more and more, so tremendous play because he just hustles all the time. That's a hustle play right there by a big old lineman.
So East is going to have the ball inside SaberCat territory at the 47-yard line with 3:58 to go here in the third quarter. Cedeno under center, I formation. Hands it off to Gio. Gio has some running room. He gets across the 45 to the 41-yard line. Good tough running there from Gio to pick up about 6 yards.
Great offensive play to start off. You want to get 6 yards. First down, you want to get a good play. Good job right there up front by the whole offensive line. Starting there with big number 62, the right guard, Brian Trevino. Open up in a hole there for Gio. Good job by our fullback, lead blocking. Super football play. And then it helps out because now it's 2nd and 4, which is always good.
Cedeno under center, I formation, hand off to Ramsey. Ramsey off the right side. He's still on his feet inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it may be real close. Yeah, it's first down right there. Again, blast play, right? The same football play they ran before. This time, Ramsey gets the ball, hits the hole. But all these backs for the Wildcats do a great job of running downhill and hitting the hole fast and hard.
And they've got plenty of them.
Yes, they do.
You've got Rodriguez, you've got Burnias, you've got Ramsey, you've got Gio. So here we go, same formation for the Wildcats, I formation. They're going to hand it off to Cardosa, the first back through, and he's inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, good job right there by Randy Cardoso hitting it right there on the fullback belly play and getting some good yardage on first down, pick up about 3 yards. That's what you want out of your fullback. In this offense, the fullback is just another guard, that kind of stuff. A lot of people say that and stuff, but, every once in a while you want to get a good handoff to them because our fullbacks run really hard, but they block extremely well.
So they're going to change up the formation this time. Cedeno is not under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Gio. Gio breaking some tackles, breaking out to the outside, and he's going to get inside the 25-yard line, and he's got the Wildcat fans on their feet.
Good hard running right there by Gio right there. And again, set up outside there by Steely Munoz, the right offensive tackle. Just a great job, along with number 74, Orlando Cabrera.
So they're going to bring in what it looks like the heavy set. We got Burnias, we got Cardosa out there as well. So it's going to be a power I formation. Well, no, they're going to send Ramsey in at quarterback. He's going to be hit in the backfield. He loses the ball, but he's able to bring it back in.
Yeah, again, number 44, just a tremendous job of penetrating inside and making a big play, a big stop right there. That kid's had a good game, too. He's a heck of a football player. They got that defensive end. Their left defensive end up there, you watch him all night long. That guy's very active, and he causes a lot of havoc.
Yeah, it looks like what they're going to do is run some kind of bullet defensive scheme anytime they see that formation because he just came straight in.
He does.
So here we go. This time they're going to flip that formation over to the left. And there goes Ramsey. Ramsey looking for some running room, and he's going to get inside to about the 26-yard line, and they're going to move it to a third down position is what we're looking at now.
Yeah, they run a little quarterback bounce play right there. Ramsey takes it up inside and tries to bounce it outside. Picks up a few yards, that kind of thing. But, again, the SaberCat defense starting to, buckle down a little tighter right now. We got to come up with a big play right here. We got third and about 11. Or 11. We need to get a good first down right here to really help move the chains.
So here we go. 11 people in the box for the SaberCats. Ramsey puts his head down and gets to about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, picks up some great yardage right there. And, now it comes out to fourth down, but it looks like we're going to kick the field goal here.
Yeah, they're
trying to attempt to kick another field goal.
Yeah, they're sending in Osvaldo Lerma, and they've got the wind at their back.
Timeout.
So
Wildcats.
Coach Forget's going to call a timeout. So the ball is spotted at about the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. So that's going to be about a 38-yard, 39-yard field goal, depending on where they spot or place that block.
Well, the wind's blowing in that direction, so there's no wind in his face. So, I imagine they're going to try to kick this football.
Yeah, and Osvaldo Lerma has a very good leg.
Yes, he does.
So
yes,
a 38-yard field goal, 38-yard field goal isn't something that is going to be very difficult for him.
No, it shouldn't be at all, just as long as he keeps it accurate. He's been pretty accurate all year long. He's been doing a great job of kicking the football for the Wildcats. So let's see what happens. We need to get some points on the board, obviously, from this play here. Because, again, our defense came up with a big turnover, and, we got to,
okay,
cash
looks now
in
like
on
they're
this.
going to change their mind and go for it because Osvaldo is now back on the sideline with the kicking tee block in his hands.
Okay, well, let's see what the Wildcats can dial up here because they need a good almost 6 yards right here to get a first down. So this is a big time in this football game right now.
So here come the Wildcats. Cedeno under center. Gio is in at tailback, the only back in the backfield. Now they're going to send in Ramsey.
Probably going to call another timeout.
Okay, here we go. Now they're going to send in the big fullback, Felix Vargas. 17 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time. Cedeno under center. Here we go. Rolling out to his right. Looking for a receiver. He's under pressure, and he's going to be brought down by number 44, the gentleman that you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, he's having a big game right there. Cedeno was looking for get the ball out to the flats, but they came in and made the play. Got on him quick.
Cedeno is stopped on fourth down as a sack at the 25-yard line. That's where the SaberCats will take over with 1 second to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, Kobe Gibson's having him a big game right now. You know, he's pretty hard handled to block right now, that kid. Doing a good job for him.
So SaberCats, 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Sotelo, the quarterback.
Need another turnover
Now
here.
we've got a flag on the play.
Looks like there's a little motion here.
And that's exactly what they just called.
Right.
So that's going to move it back to the 20-yard line. So we're going to have one more play here in the third quarter, barring yet another penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
So instead of 1st and 10, it's going to be 1st and 15, this time from the 20-yard line. 1 second left to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, we need a big play right here. Maybe, you know, a turnover with a scoop and score. That would be really nice. So let's see what happens. Come on, defense.
Again, the SaberCats with that same offensive formation, 2 to the left, 1 down here to the right, 2 in the backfield, Alvarez and Christian Flores, and he's lined up at the tailback. And there was some confusion on that play because you had both receivers out there blocking.
Yeah.
So someone didn't know who was going to take the pass.
Right, exactly.
So we've run out of time here in the third quarter. We're heading to the fourth. The SaberCats lead the Wildcats by a score of 7-0. You're enjoying Wildcat football right here on K-West.
Weslaco ISD is the right choice because we now offer open enrollment, free tuition, free transportation, access to award-winning UIL and extracurricular programs, and more for families in Weslaco and now anywhere in the Valley. WISD is the right choice.
Welcome back to Richard Flores Stadium here in Edinburg, Texas. K-West bringing you the season finale, regular season finale of 31-6A football. Your Wildcats taking on the SaberCats. McKinney taking the first handoff of the first play from the quarterback Sotelo here in the fourth quarter. Gets about 6 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9.
Great job by Robert Vela right there on the tackle and slowing it down and getting him tripped up.
3rd down and 9. Same formation for the SaberCats. McKinney, the running back again. He's got a little bit of running room, and he's going to get across the 35 to the 36, picking up 10 yards. They needed 9, and that's a first down for the SaberCats.
Yeah, the SaberCats moved the chains on that possession. That was a big possession there for the Wildcats. All right, but it's all right. We'll come back right here and get this stop. There's plenty of time left in this game. We just got to, make a stop and then, get the offense to drive the ball and score.
1st and 10, SaberCats ball at the 37-yard line. McKinney, the running back again, bounces this one to the outside, brought down by Cardenas at the 42-yard line.
Yeah, again, they're starting to get, chunks of yardage right here, so something has to happen right here. We got to have a big stop right here and get this momentum stop that the SaberCats are putting together.
So he picked up about 5 yards on that play, bringing up a 2nd down and 5. Again, a very familiar offensive formation for the SaberCats. Flores in at tailback. Handoff is to Flores, looking for some running room out on the right side, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds right around the yardage he needed for the first.
Yeah, they're still running that stretch outside zone play right now off the pistol look, and the back's getting out there, and he's kind of reading the hole, bouncing outside and picking up, 4 or 5 yards every time they run it. So right now they got to get that thing turned back pretty quick. Our outside linebackers need to get that thing turned back faster.
1st and 10 for the SaberCats. Ball is at the 48-yard line. Flores with
is.
the handoff. And this time he's going to be brought down after a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, a lot better job that time by our outside linebacker getting them to turn it back. Number 26 did a tremendous job of getting it turned back. Carlos Espinosa, good job by Carlos, because then they got it all turned back to number 90, who, was right there, Leo Guerra, to make the stop.
2nd down and 8 for the SaberCats. Sotelo, the quarterback, going to hand it off to Flores. This time they're going to run to the left. He's going to cut back, and he is met head-on by Freddie Cardenas.
Yeah, Freddie Cardenas right there along with, big number 90. Again, Leo Guerra, tremendous job right there, because the back had to cut it back, and then they were right there in the hole to meet him. So now we got 3rd down. This is big time right now. Big time defense has to come up with a play right now. Get it stopped, get the ball back to the offense.
3rd down and 5 from the 47-yard line of the Wildcats. 9:13 to go in the ball game. Your Wildcats trailing by a score of 7-0. Sotelo trying to draw the Wildcats offsides, but not successful at doing that. Same offensive formation. They're going to hand the ball off to McKinney. McKinney looking for some running room on the right side, and he's going to be brought down, but this is going to be very close to a first down.
Be real close.
And they're going to say
they got the first down. Again, running the outside stretch play, they're getting 4 yards every time they run it and stuff. Their big old right tackle, they're just full zoning it. They're getting on a body and stuff. That back gets in there. So that's all they're running. They're just running the outside stretch play and, getting big yardage on it every time.
This time they change it up a little bit. Going to send 2 receivers to the right. They're going to bring a tight end onto the left side of the field. That is Nico down here lined up at tight end. Flores is the tailback. They're going to hand it off to Flores. Flores looking for some running room, and Freddy Cardenas able to fight off his blocker and bring him down after only a 3-yard pickup.
Yeah. Good job by Freddy, and also Juan Rubio on the tackle right there. So, but again, they pick up about 5 or 6 yards on the football play. So they're getting up in the hole real fast right now. Right now, the defense has to come up with a big stop.
Well, they're going to say it was a 5-yard pickup. So it's going to be 2nd down and 5 from the Wildcat 37-yard line. We're now down under 8 minutes to go in the ball game. Same formation, tight end on the left is Nico.
Yep, that's
and
what
this
I
time they're going to hand the ball off to
to
Alvarez. Alvarez is going to cut upfield. He's going to get inside the 30-yard line. That's going to move the sticks once again.
Now they're faking the outside stretch, and they hand it to the first back, Nico, right there underneath. And again on that hand sweep, and I saw it about to come. I was just saying to myself, they're probably going to give it to the first back now.
The fullback Aaron Alvarez picks up a first down for the SaberCats. Same formation for the SaberCats. 7:25 left in this contest. Sotelo, quarterback, going to hand it off to Flores. Flores has some running room, bounces this one outside, gets to the 21-yard line where he's finally brought down.
Yeah, that time, again, it's still your stretch play, and when the back sees that, they're going to hit off right that tackle, and if they see it inside, they're going to cut it inside like what he did right there. Linebacker was there to make the play, but just a kind of an arm tackle, and he, again, picks up 7-8 yards on the foot, 6-7 yards on the football play.
SaberCats now draining the clock. They're going down to under 5 seconds on the play clock before they actually snap the ball.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying on this drive. We're gonna.
Enrique is going to take the jet sweep, and he's going to cut it up the middle. He's still on his feet inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, the defense did a great job of stretching it out, and when Enrique stopped, planted, came back inside, defense had already flowed over the top and stuff, and there was a big crease on the inside. So, great piece of running by Enriquez.
1st and goal for the SaberCats. Ball is at the 9-yard line. 6:10 to go here in this ball game. Sotelo in at quarterback. Aaron Alvarez, the fullback. McKinney is the tailback.
Here's where the defense has to get really selfish right now and stingy and stop and do whatever they can.
4 seconds on the play clock. They're going to call a timeout at 1 second on the play clock. That was rolling down rather quickly, and one of the things that we've noticed is that they're going to about 5 seconds on the play clock before they're actually snapping the ball.
Oh, absolutely. They're doing a good job of time management and that kind of stuff, because that's what you want to do in the fourth quarter when you have a lead. And it don't matter what kind of lead you have, but if you can control the clock and control the ball and stuff, it just it helps you win football games, obviously, that kind of thing. So, right now we got to strip the ball. We got to get the ball out of their hands, do something, get the football back for the offense.
5:50 left in the ball game.
But, our defenses, they've come up with some big plays all year long. So, you've got to think in this situation that they're going to, and that's what, if you're a Wildcat fan, that's what you're looking for right now. So, we need a big turnover right here, a big stop or whatever it takes to get the ball back.
5:50 left to go in this contest. The SaberCats have the ball at the Wildcat 9-yard line. 1st and goal. They lead by a score of 7-0. They scored in the second quarter, and that's the only scoring we've seen here in this ball game. Sotelo is in at quarterback. He's going to keep it, run up the middle. He breaks the tackle. He's still on his feet, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, they ran this time, they ran the zone read. They ran the hand sweep read. Sotelo, puts it in 45's gut, pulls it, and takes it up the middle with a, swift little running, ability, and, gets it in the end zone. Good job by Sotelo and the offense for the SaberCats.
Well, they're on to attempt the point after. Scott Tate on to attempt the point after. The kick is up, and the kick is good.
Yeah, they had a high snap on that, but, the holder did a good job of getting it out of the air and getting it down so Tate could kick it through.
So with 5:45 to go in the ball game, the SaberCats now lead this game 14-0. Sotelo, the quarterback, on his own read, decides he's going to keep it, takes it up, fights his way to the end zone for the second touchdown of the night for the SaberCats.
Yeah, good job by Sotelo there, with the run. But right now, the Wildcats got to think, we got to get on the scoreboard right now. We got to come out there, take this ball, drive it down, score. Maybe have to do an onside kick, whatever, get the ball back, those kinds of things. We'll see how it is, how fast we can score. But that's what they got to think right now, because, they're down 14-0 right now with 5:45. There's plenty of time left in this football game. We got to get our offense moving, get down there, score some points, and go from there.
Tate on to kick. Muniz and Ramsey back deep for the Wildcats. He only takes 2 steps. It's in the direction of Muniz. He's going to take it at the 10, but he drops it. Got 4 blue jerseys all over him, and he's going to get out to the 11.
Exactly. Anytime you don't feel, the kick properly and stuff, they're going to get through. You can hold them so long.
It's
that
all
kind
about
of thing.
timing.
It really does. So again, they're the Wildcats having to start, deep in their territory again, and you have to travel a long ways to try to score, put some points on the board. But they can do it. I've seen them, bust a toss for long runs, that kind of stuff. Ramsey hit a seam, that kind of stuff. They got the team to do it. They just need to go out there and do it right now. Just get in their minds and their hearts and go out there and score.
And they've moved the ball here tonight, and as you just mentioned, Coach, they do have big play ability. So here we go. Handoff is made to Gio. Gio's going to get out to about the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, again, this left defensive end, wow, number 44, Kobe Gibson, just having a big game. It just really is. Big kid too, man. He does a good job, coming off the ball and, penetrating. So
they're going to say that he actually lost a yard on that play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and 11. Ramsey in at quarterback. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Fakes the handoff to Gio, looking for some running room, and he's going to get out to about the 12-yard line, and that's it.
Yeah, they're stiffening down really hard right now. The SaberCat defense is coming in and, doing a good job of getting up front and stopping the ball carriers before they can get going.
So here come the Wildcats with their heavy formation. They're going to send in their big guys.
Yeah.
Mario Trevino, Jacob Carrasco, Randy Cardosa. Gio Guerra is out there as well. And they're going to hand the ball off to Gio. Gio looking to cut the ball up the field, and he got hit hard, and it looks like he lost the ball. And they're going to say that the SaberCats have the football.
Well,
or at least that's what the
there it is.
That's what the SaberCats are saying.
Absolutely. They just indicated it. And, yeah, big hit there from the secondary. Kid come in there and jarred the ball loose. And SaberCats get on it, and they get the big break of this game. Now, with 4 minutes and 14 seconds, they're up 14-0. Now they're set up deep in Wildcat territory. So, good job by the SaberCat defense to come in and make a big play and a big turnover.
So the SaberCats with a fumble recovery at the 12-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 SaberCats. They've got McKinney, Alvarez, and Flores in the backfield with the quarterback Sotelo. I'm sorry, they got Enriquez in at quarterback. He's still on his feet, and he's finally going to be pushed out of bounds after about a 45-yard west run.
Yeah, they got in the shotgun, inverted bone shotgun look. You know, that's the first time I've seen them in that. They've been in the pistol all night long, you know, that pistol offset look. So, you know, that's more probably their goal line type offense and stuff. But here they are back in the pistol look.
So they're back to the regular formation. Sotelo is in at quarterback. They got Nico down here at the tight end, and they got two receivers split to the right. Flores is the tailback. Going to hand the ball off to Flores, bouncing out to the left, and he's going to cut upfield and pick up maybe 1 yard.
Yeah, good job right there by the defense again. Again, Isaiah Martinez right there on the football play. You know, he's having a big night. You know, he's made a lot of tackles tonight. You know, him and with Robert Vela and Freddie Cardenas and those guys, kids are playing hard. You know, they're gonna keep fighting. They're gonna keep playing hard. They're gonna try to stop them from getting in the end zone right now because you know that Wildcat defense has a lot of pride. You know, the whole team does, but you know they don't want them to score again. I guarantee you that.
So they've got three backs in the backfield. They've got Alvarez. They've got McKinney. They've got Flores in at tailback. Sotelo is the quarterback. There's the snap. Looking to the right. It's going to be a fade route to the corner of the end zone. And did he catch it? They're going to say yes, and it is a touchdown.
Yeah, just one of them timing pattern stuff. Sotelo threw it up, ran a deep fade on that side, and the receiver came up, made the play, got his feet down, and they called a touchdown.
We hadn't seen or heard Daniel Enriquez's name called too many times. So it's a touchdown for the SaberCats. Tate on for the point after. Kick is up, and the kick is good. We've got 2:43 left in this one, and now the SaberCats lead by a score of 21-0.
Yeah, it's real. You give any football team that type of field position, you know, when you get a turnover and stuff, especially a really good football team like the SaberCats have, it's really tough to keep them out of the end zone. It just really is. You know, again, both these teams, they're heading to the playoffs. Obviously, right now, still 2 minutes and 43 seconds. The game's not over. I know these kids from Weslaco East are going to continue to fight hard and try to win this football game. But, again, it gets tough, when you get in this situation. You're down by 3 touchdowns. There's 2:43 left. All right. But this game, they're going to learn a lot from this game, win or lose. But they're going to go in the next round of the playoffs. And that's when that third season starts again, that kind of thing. You get in the playoffs and you want to go as far as you can. All right. So I'm sure the Wildcats can get ready to do that.
Well, Muniz couldn't handle the kick, and it goes out of the end zone.
Yeah.
So the Wildcats will begin their next offensive series at the 25-yard line.
Well, right now, the Wildcats, offensively, they need to, establish something, not only whatever it is, go down and score, but at least establish some offense because, going into the play, next week going into the playoffs, and obviously, it looks like we're probably going to be playing Brownsville-Hanna. Don't know where that game will be at, but that's probably who we're playing. Right there, good job by Cardozo running hard right there and picking up some yardage.
Yeah, and being that it is a Brownsville team, of course, depending on where you play, because you've got both schools, Weslaco and Brownsville, with multiple high schools, so there could be a Friday and or Saturday game, depending on the situation. So second down after that big hard running from Cardozo. Handoff is to Josh Gonzalez. He stumbles forward across the 30 to about the 32-yard line, bringing up a third down and maybe 4.
Yeah, 3rd and 4 right there. Good hard running by Josh. But, again, we got to get a first down right here. There's 2 minutes, about a little under 2 minutes left in the football game.
Cedeno under center. Ball is on the ground, and the SaberCats have it again.
Yeah, just a snap. I don't. figure what happened right there.
Well,
it looked like the snap came and the ball went forward.
Again, one of the things that I mentioned earlier that I'd been noticing is as soon as someone jumps, they snap it. And
Right.
Cedeno takes off running. So it could be that he just wasn't ready for that one.
Exactly. So then when he came forward and he got the snap, he hit it forward, and there it is rolling on the ground, and now it's the SaberCats' ball.
So the SaberCats have the ball with 1:47 to go here in the ball game, leading 21-0. They can get in the victory formation and just down it, and the game will be over. So we'll see what they decide to do. Sotelo is the quarterback. They don't have enough players on the field.
Right.
So they're going to call a timeout. Well, Coach, you were talking about this just a little while ago. It looks like the Wildcats are going to take on the Hannah Golden Eagles in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, that was early in the year they were scheduled to play each other, then the game was canceled, so they're going to get that meeting after all. And they've been playing each other constantly, through the years, in that other 6A district and stuff. So they're very familiar with each other, as far as that goes. It should be a heck of a game, next week. Again, we'll obviously know probably by tomorrow or something where that game's going to be played. But you're right about Brownsville. You don't really know if it's going to be in Brownsville. It could be a Friday, Thursday, or Saturday game because you got Brownsville Hannah out of the 6A, but you still got Pace going into the playoffs. You got
veterans
going into the playoffs. So several teams.
Alvarez is going to take this one, going to bounce it out to the outside, but Freddie Cardenas isn't going to let him get too far. As a matter of fact, he made him in the backfield, so that's going to be a loss of about 3.
Yeah, exactly. Good job there by Freddie, reading it, seeing the hand sweep, and getting on the play, and for a loss.
1:28 to go in the ball game. Play clock is mimicking the game clock as far as seconds are left. So this can go down to 1 minute before they actually have to snap this second down play here at Richard Flores Stadium. Now, again, you were talking about that game earlier in the season. It was that hurricane that hit, and Brownsville was just too rained out to even move.
Exactly.
So they just said for precautionary reasons, we're just not going to play this because it's not safe for the Brownsville school to travel, being that they are right there on the coast.
Exactly. And that game was, to be played in Weslaco. And if that game would have been played, I can assure you the playoff game would have been in Brownsville no matter what. Now they're going to have to flip and all that good stuff to see where the game's going to be played because in the same year you play each other twice, it automatically goes to the team, to the hometown that did not get to play at their home in the preseason.
So here we go, 2nd down and 17 from the 45-yard line. Going to hand the ball off to McKinney. McKinney breaks some tackles, and he's finally brought down inside the 40 at the 39-yard line. We are under a minute to go in this ball game.
Yeah, again, a good stop from, the safety coming up. Good job making a stop. Number 22, Jose Serna, on the play right there. McKinney looked like he was going to break free, but, Serna did a good job of coming from his right corner position, going inside and making the tackle.
35 seconds left in the ball game. They've got to take this at least one more snap before this one can officially be said that it is over. And they're going to snap the ball. Sotelo is going to take a knee, and we have less time on the game clock than we do on the play clock. So they're going to say that this one is going to be over as soon as the last 13 seconds tick off of the game clock. Well, the final score here at Richard Flores Stadium, it is the Edinburg Vela SaberCats 21, your Wildcats 0. The SaberCats stay unbeaten in the regular season and in district play. East drops to 4-2 in district play, but they both are going into the playoffs representing District 31 6A in the Division 2 standings. Looks like Vela is going to take on Harlingen South, and the Wildcats will take on Brownsville Hannah.
Yeah, that's what it's going to set up. Again, we don't know where it's at, but you got to be real proud of this young Wildcat football team because they come a long ways in a lot of areas this year. A lot of people doubted them early in the year because they lost all those seniors last year. But they have a great program at Weslaco East. The coaches do a tremendous job. Those kids play with a lot of heart and a lot of pride and that kind of stuff. But again, my hat's off tonight, obviously, to the SaberCats. They won a district title outright. Good job by Coach Campbell and his staff and their kids. So, good job by the SaberCats. Congratulations to them. But Wildcats, you have a lot to be proud of because, here you are. Another 12 years later, you're all going back in the playoffs like you have been, and that's a great thing to hold your hat on, that kind of stuff. For these seniors that will be leaving this year and stuff, they got another game, and if they win another one, they have another game, that kind of stuff. So that's what you want to do when you get in the playoffs. You want to continue to play, So, I know they're going to go back, make corrections, and I know the Wildcats are going to give the Hanagola Eagles all they can handle.
Well, once again, the final score from Richard Flores Stadium, it is the Edinburg Vela SaberCats 21, your Weslaco Wildcats 0. Once again, it is a final for K-West. I am Joe Aguilar, joined by Coach Rock, and again, our cameraman extraordinaire, Vinny Berry. We'll see you guys next week. We don't know where, but your Wildcats are taking on the Hana Eagles in the first round of the state playoffs. From Richard Flores Stadium, once again, we say good night.